Welcome to SolidCAM Professor. I'm Sydney, your SolidCAM Professor, with one of many videos available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. In this session, we'll be talking about importing and exporting tools. SolidCAM allows us to import tools into our tool table that we have in our part from tool tables that we've created. So for example, if I were to open up the tool table that I have in this particular part over here, and I want to import more tools into this particular tool table. What we do is as follows. On the bottom, we have the option of import, and we have the option of export. We'll choose the option of import. By clicking on import, it brings me to the place where I have my tool tables. And I can choose from whatever tool tables I may have over here. It can also be noted that if I want to bring this from a different part rather than a tool table that I've created, in the library type, I can go to CAM part to bring it from a part itself, and then go search for the part and import the table from that particular part. In this particular case though, I'll leave it at the table level and bring it from a specific table that I have. Now, if I want to import only one tool into my tool table, all I have to do is click on the tool. Say I'll choose this tool over here, the very first tool, double click on it and click on OK. If we go into the tool table, you'll see that that tool has now been added. If I were to go back to import tools, if I want to bring in now more than one tool, say several tools, I'll just highlight the tools I want to import, such as, let's say, this one, and this one. Right-click and copy to table. These three tools will now be copied to the table. If I go into OK, you can see that these three tools have been brought into the table itself. Now, let's go back into import tools. And let's say now I want to bring in all of these tools into my table. All I have to do is pick on any tool, right-click, and click on Copy All to Table. Then all of these tools will be copied onto my tool table. Now, if I want, I can go before clicking on OK to a different tool table as well, and bring in tools also from a different tool table I've created. Now, note the numbers also on the tools that we have here. When I go on to my part tool table, it did not use those numbers. It actually used the numbers that were first available on this particular tool table. Since those numbers were already taken in this tool table, it gave them numbers following at the end. Now, we do have control, however, if we actually do want to keep the tool numbers together with the tools. Now, to bring them in together with the number, we'll go out of this table for a moment. I'll say no because I don't want to save what I've done over there. And let's just go into our SolidCAM settings. In the SolidCAM settings, if we go into tool settings, we have a box over here that shows import tools with tool positioning. Since this was not checked off, it did not bring it in together with the positioning that it was created with. It just put it at the first available position on that particular tool table. Now, if I were to check off this box and click on OK, now let's see what happens when I try to import tools. I'll go into Import Tools and right-click, Copy All to Table. Note, it'll automatically come up saying tool number 1 already exists. Do you want to import the tool with a new number? I can say yes, yes to all, no, and cancel. If I just say yes to this one, it'll go on to the next one because I have that there as well. If I say no, it'll just go on to the next one without bringing those tools in. If I say yes to all, they will all be imported with the new numbers at the end as shown over here. Now, besides importing tools, we can also export tools. If I want, I can click on Export. and we can export all the tools or select the tools, and we can export them to a machine tool table. Let's do export all. And when I do this, it asks me where do I want to export it to and to give it the name. Note, I can create it either as an Excel file or as an actual table itself. Now, let's just, for this particular case, create it as an Excel file. I'll export it. And now we have an Excel file with the different tools in them. Now, as you can see in the Excel file, we have information, milling tools as shown over here. We also have the different drills we may have over here. All the information is put into an Excel file with all the information about that tool up on top. And this can be edited in Excel as well. Now, if we want, we can always import from an Excel file as well. If I were to go to Import, I can choose over here Excel. And as you can see, we have in all the tools that are in that Excel file, and I can choose any one I want to import from a particular Excel file. For more videos on SolidCAM Professor, please go to our website, www.solidcam.com, and look for the tab called SolidCAM Professor. Thank you for joining us on SolidCAM Professor. Take care and have a nice day.